So guys, TDS just gave us access to their public roadmap, which is basically a place where you can see all upcoming updates, features, and kind of get an idea on when new updates are coming out and what's going to be contained in them. It looks really awesome, and there are definitely some exciting things on the way, so let's go ahead and hop into it. Alright guys, so getting onto the public roadmap, we see Welcome to our public roadmap. Tower Defense Simulator continues to grow thanks to the amazing support from our community. With this board, we aim to keep you involved in our development process by giving you a clear look at what's coming next, when you can expect new updates, and how progress is going behind the scenes. There is a disclaimer that everything is subject to change, which of course makes sense as there's a lot of things on here, and I'm sure things on here will get delayed. So just keep all that in mind when reading this. None of this is finalized. But quarter 4 of 2025, we've got a lot of things here. So we've got the Null and Void event, which we already know happened, and next up is the winter 2025 event, which is labeled as on track. So yeah, you can actually see they will be updating this with these different labels here, which everything green is on track and the purple things are planned. They haven't done any of these other things yet, but yeah. So winter 2025 is coming up next, and then a new game mode called Frost Mode, a harder endgame game mode offering difficulty beyond Fallen. That sounds really cool. I do think Fallen is kind of too easy right now, so I do think that's cool that they're adding in a new game mode. New shop UI, which we have heard about. They just announced that, and they also did announce that November is going to be a lighter month as we focus on getting everything ready for December. So don't expect too much this month. The Tesla Tower did get delayed from its original release this month. Well, it was originally supposed to release in October actually. Then it got delayed until November, and now it's December. So it's just, well, it's not even December. It's just not November. It just keeps getting delayed, but we'll see what happens with that. So we've got the new inventory UI, which we have seen as well. Here's a picture of that. It does look really clean. I really like, I don't know, it just feels a lot more like, it feels like the PvP UI. Which I do think looks a lot better. But I think this is PvP right here. As you can see, he's got 4 tower slots in the loadout only. But you can apparently preset loadouts. There's a loadouts button here. You've got cosmetics, items, and it shows what category the towers are. So like hacker, we see support. We've still got the different categories. We got skins over here, the options to buy with, and player versus enemy to switch between them. So that looks really nice. And then the Tesla Tower, of course, an evergreen intermediate tower filling a higher damage archetype with an active ability to help even for game modes like Fallen. And here's a picture of it. It does look really cool. I'm excited for that tower, but sad it's getting delayed. Next up, we've got the hardcore rework, which is apparently coming out in quarter 1 of 2026, which we've not gotten like any news on that so far, but that is a pretty decent amount away, so they could get it done by then, but we'll see about that. That will be a huge thing for the game. We'll see how that goes. And then an economy update, which there's actually a lot to see here. Chroma currency. Chroma is a new currency centered around cosmetic progression. It'll be used for crafting skins, purchasing items in the daily shop, and interacting with future cosmetic features. So I think that's a really good feature actually, because coins right now are kind of in a weird spot in TDS. Like, you basically use them to get like the majority of things in the game, and gems from hardcore and like a couple of special game modes are really only for the hardcore towers, and that's it. And I definitely do think the economy needs a rework, because the way it works right now, there definitely should be another currency to help with being able to get cosmetics and stuff like that. Because right now, coins, you use them for crates for cosmetics, you use them to buy towers, you use them to get golden crates for golden skins, you use them to get skill tree upgrades. You use them to buy mission quests. It's literally like everything that helps you progress is just all coins up until like a very little amount of it is gems. So I definitely think this is a good change. Hopefully we do see that working out well. And there will also be skin quantities in crafting, which I'm not sure about that. This thing is like really becoming a simulator like that, I guess. But let's read it. Skins will now have quantity counts, letting players collect and stack duplicates. These duplicates can be used as materials in the crafting system to create new skins, giving every skin drop additional value and expanding long-term cosmetic progression. I do get what they're doing with that, because it's another thing kind of with endgame players. Like, endgame progression in this game is just not very good right now. You just dump your coins into the skill tree. There's really nothing to do. I have 160,000 gems. Like, there's nothing to do with that. And I've got literally 117 premium crates I could buy, I don't know why I have an extra one. I bought an extra one of those. I've just got so many crates here. I've just got so many crates here that I like can't do anything with because you have no tower skins. So I get what they're doing with that. I just hope that they don't make it like too grindy to just get like one skin, because it's just not fun to have to keep buying the same crate trying to get like a duplicate skin. Like, especially for like premium crate, if you're trying to get like duplicate skins from that, you're gonna have to be buying like so much premium crates, maybe just for like one extra skin to try to get the same duplicate. So I hope they figure out how to do that well, but it is good for the long-term progression. I get what they're doing with that. Map difficulty reward scaling. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Yeah, map rewards will scale with map difficulty. I do believe there is a sort of... There's sort of something of that nature in the game right now, but it's not very great. So I think they should improve that, yeah. And PvP Season 1, information coming soon. It's interesting, Season 1 is coming out in Q1 2026. As you can see, Season 0 ended, I believe, yeah, Season 0 ended almost a month ago. So they're really taking their time with that. But as long as they know it's there, they're working on it. PvP just seemed to come out and then just be forgotten. So I'm glad they're remembering that, trying to do something with that. Now we got something interesting here, story mode. No information on that yet, but I do think story mode would be really fun, because TDS right now just feels like you're just playing the same thing. I mean, it's not just feeling like that. You are just playing the same thing over and over. You are just playing the same thing over and over, just when grinding stuff. And I think story mode would have a lot more incentive and make the game a lot more fun. And then this old game mode, golden mode, is apparently returning. I'm sure everyone knows about that. That seems pretty cool to bring that back. Tower evolutions, these were teased a really long time ago as well, like back in like 2020 or so, I think. I definitely think that would be really fun to see. I think that's a good idea, to also add more late game incentives for players to go for. I like that. And then another tower, apparently no information on that. Then Q3, community game modes, no information on that, but community game modes, that does seem pretty fun. I don't know how much game modes there'd be with that, how that would work, because that does seem like a pretty big thing to add in the game. So there's definitely a lot of things to do with that. And then another tower. They're just planning towers here. They probably don't even know what they're going to be adding here for it. Like, they probably got concepts, but yeah. It is cool to see they basically want to add, yeah, it is cool to see they want to add those towers though. And then in Q4, no information on these obviously, but Halloween and winter events as they always do. Doesn't look like there's a spring or summer event or something like that planned yet. But yeah, everything's subject to change. This is a really early model, so things could definitely change. But let me know what you guys think of this, if you guys are excited, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.